Let's have a look at this model. It's a Roco observation glass railcar. It's a 43598 and it's a new model. It's been in storage, or someone's had it in storage for a long time. I think it's 1999, this model. It's got the option for taking the power from the overhead lines. This metal plate comes off on the bottom, or I don't know if it's metal or plastic, and then you can get access to the to install a chip. It's got quite an unusual livery. It's like a grey-black lower section there, cream mid, silver roof. But the glazing on it is superb, it really is, nicely done. Factory installed figures, you can see them in there, which is quite rare to see on a model these days, but well, even going back when this was made. It's got pricier figures, professionally hand painted, installed quite a lot. The roof detail is really nice, operating pantographs which actually do work. Not sure, very delicate these things, it's going to leave them for now. And then the other end, you've got the driver. Well, as you can see, it's just really crisp paintwork, detailing. Trix Marklin made this as well. There's probably about 4 or 5 different liveries. There's ones with DCC sound and interior lighting and the people, but this has just got DCC ready and that's it. I'll have a look inside now. Yeah, you just got to be really careful with this. Have it in a nice cradle so you don't damage any of the detail on the other side of the roof. So according to user manual instructions, you've got to take off 4 screws. That's quite tight. The screws, they're all identical. Let's have a look. It's quite awkward to get off, it's really tight. Thought that might have just popped. Hang on, wait a minute, there's another screw. Strange. 5 screws. That's a smaller one, so you've got to be careful. It still won't come off. Have a look at the instructions. Strange. Well, that won't come off. To pull it off in a certain... Oh god. Whoa. That is not what I was expecting. You can see the circuit board and the digital interface is on the other side of this metal plate, which is well unusual. Digital interface there. There's not a lot of space for alright, you put the chip in here. This chip goes here. Yeah, that's so chip goes there, and the wire work goes around there, but you can see that motor and the flywheel, it's tiny. It's easily damaged, that. You've got to be careful. Just looking at the that's really intricate. Got some light prisms as well. You can see those light prisms there. There's one there. Take the lighting from the front to the back to swap over, change the direction. Got prop shaft, CV joints. Wow, it's got drive on 4 wheels and 1 bogie at one end, so I'm not sure whether or not you could put sound in that. If you've got a lock sound micro, maybe get away with it. And a small Zemo cube speaker. There's not a lot of space there though. What I was going to put in it was a lens digital plus decoder 8-pin. Yeah, the smallest speaker you can get into this probably is going to be a Zemo micro cube speaker, which looks like that. Really tiny. It's not worth putting it in just for that. That's really a secondary area speaker for a loco, which would work in conjunction with, in line with it, with a standard cube speaker. Standard cube speaker doesn't go in, so it's too high. That one would, but the sound, it's not going to be worth it because you barely hear it with that. Plus I'm not even sure whether a lock sound micro on the cube speaker would go in there. It's going to open up. It's whatchamacallit speaker. Lens. Don't even know whether that will go in. Yeah, that will go in nicely. You'd have to. That's plastic anyway. You have to make sure it's insulated, and that would go into the PCB board there on 8-pin interface. I don't know which way. That would probably have to go that way. You've got the light standard bulbs there as well, incandescent bulbs. So I'm going to stick that in, I think. Call it quits on that. No sound, no interior lighting, because it's going to be too tricky to take apart. It's very intricate, this model. I think to get the upper body shell off, it would be risking damaging other things. So the way around that is to buy the other version of it, but still a beautiful model. And it says, yeah, just as a thought, to install the wire loom, obviously going inwards. Actually the pins on this plug are bent, which is not good at all. Don't know why that is. I've never seen that before. One of the pins are bent, so anyway, let's line that up roughly. Here we go, that's better. Pins are not good on this, they're completely bent for some reason. Don't know whether this has been taken back by someone, messed around with. God, this is tricky. That's going in now. Well, that was tricky. And of course when you're doing it, you've got to make sure you don't bend the 4 pins. 1, 2, 3, actually 4, 5, 6, 7 pins. 2 for the motor, 2 for the light, power pickups for the chip. Whew, that was tricky. So now, that has got to go back. I'm not going to do this. It's got to line up and just go on there again. Like that. God, this is unbelievable. It's not for the faint-hearted, this. right like that. It still goes up at either side, that. It's a chamfer, so you've got to be careful not to have any contact whatsoever. That is close. Don't like that, it's too close. Too close for comfort, that. Anyway, so that would then slot in, but that's easier said than done. I'm going to have to twist that cable like that. It's just one bit of a trick, decoder trick, to tie up the cables. Twist that wire around because you got an LED, you got a light which has got to shine down on the light prism, so you've got to twist them around even more, the cables, and manipulate that cable. I'm hoping that'll go on right, and it's got to go on 100% square, otherwise the motor won't make contact with the chassis, I think, where it needs to. If I can just get that one in. Got to make sure you don't cross thread the screws going into the metal chassis. That can be easily done if you're not careful. Should have gone that side. I'll go on that side. Need decent screwdrivers for this. There we go, wait, anti-clockwise, click it. Of course that sprayed black metal, you've got to make sure you don't scratch that. I'm just going to tighten up those two screws. But the problem is, I'm 100% sure God, that goes in quite a way. I'm pretty sure we need this little tiny centre screw, because that sort of, it's like a connection screw for the motor. Put that in. That's it, not over tight. Hope this works. I put it on the test track before and it wouldn't recognise the decoder. Let's give it another go. Right, so I've realised it's not working because I've got to do an adjustment on the jumpers. When you get the model, you got the operation from the overhead canter or the track, so I've got to pull out the right hand jumper to take current from the tracks. Swap over to an angled pair. These are not intricate enough, I need something better. I'm going to swap over to a more precision set, I think. There we go. That is unbelievable. I hope now it's going to work. Right, all done on this now. This has been really tricky to do because you've got all that detail on the roof. You've got to be so careful not to damage it when you're working on it. And well, I've been using gloves as well to handle it so I don't get fingerprints on the glazing when I've been doing the fit out. But there's a screw there. If that screw isn't in, the decoder won't work, which is bizarre. I've never come across that before. The plate's got to be perfectly lined up the 4 screws when you push it back in. But as I say, the digital mode, obviously that a right hand jump has got to be taken out and that screw has got to be in, otherwise it won't work at all. It's just really strange, but there we go.